Alright everyone, this is Ash, welcome back to the King's Speech. So we're going to get around to some more Akane-Banashi and Spy Family chapters today. I wanted to get around to some back to read-throughs this weekend as well. Fortunately I was dealing with a host of back issues this past week, which kind of kept me sidelined. So I'm still kind of slowly recovering from that, so I don't want to force myself too much this week. So I'll try to get back to read-throughs and stuff this weekend once I'm hopefully fully healed again. But in the meantime, I've still got a lot of good stuff coming your way. So if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Without further ado, let us dive into it. The Akane-Banashi Story 158, Win It All. As we have, well, give me a second, actually, let me just quickly pull this up on my actual chapter here, if I can find it. Oh, come on, there we go. Yes, we have a little biography thing for mop-haired blonde bro with Tyson Arakawa. Birthday October 18th. Favorite food yokon jelly tempura. Least favorite food coffee artisanal curry. Hobbies watching animal videos. And of course we have story by Yuki Tsunaga, art by Takamasa Moe, with Rakugo supervision by Kikuhiko Hayashiya, with translation by Stephen Paul and lettering by Sneeron. And we have is like rains pitter-pattering on some flowers. We see at the Umi bar, you have Akane Arakawa solo show. And you can live off an entire month of rice with just a single umeboshi? How do you do that? It's like, first, take your umeboshi and place it in your dish. Then stare at it very hard. Your mouth will naturally start to pucker. Then shovel the rice in real quick. I can savor 10 days worth of rice just from that. And you see Akane with just like a stone cold expression, narrating the story. And you see a boom, like there's just raucous applause from the audience. And you have, I guess they laughed because of the mismatch of looking serious and saying silly things. It's like you made them laugh and you weren't on the script. It's like, I know. And she thinks, looking all despondent, she thinks back to Isho telling her no laughing. It's like, the point is that aside from not making them laugh, I need to make sure the audience is satisfied. I've tried a bunch of different angles so far, but... And you have Shuwaya arrangements, like longer pauses, X. Quicker pleasant tempo, X. Change character personality, X. Overall more casual, X. Moody and serious, X. And she kind of stretches and goes, 2 weeks until the Zuian prize. And I've still got nothing. And Tyson looks at her and goes, you can't change the story? Instead of Shuwaya, you could probably make people not laugh by switching to a more serious story. It's like they don't want people to overlap on stories, so you have to submit your choice before the event. It's like, plus, I don't want to switch. It was a selfish request of mine, but Master Shomei obliged. I want to give this a real attempt with what I've got. And it thinks back to him saying, the opportunity to understand that you're wasting your time. And she goes, it has to be Shuwaya. And Tyson's like, then you'll just have to go ahead and make them laugh. At the swish, she hands a little flyer. It's like, it's a big enough event to be on TV. You have Zuian Prize, catch it live on TVSK, 2 p.m. It's got like a list of like all the committee members and things. So the important thing is to win, right? And she thinks back to Karashi saying, next time we meet, I'll be so far ahead of you, you'll have to acknowledge my superiority. And Hikaru going, you better be ready for me to totally thrash you next time. It's like, which is why I need to win it all. And Tyson's like, is that why? Jeff, okay, enough. Yeah, the bar owner going, so much drama. I can't handle these downer vibes. I think you're hungry after your performance. Here, eat something first. Come on. And Akane's like, it's very kind of you, but it's like, don't hold back. You're taste testing my new dish. Just make sure to order it again once it's on the menu. You have so. And there's like a little rice bowl dish of some kind. Sorry, give me a second. Let me just pull this up. Yeah, it's like a little rice bowl dish that they're all looking at confusedly. And like, what's this? It's like miso soup with rice? It's cold. It's like, it's a traditional delicacy of Miyazaki called hiyajiru. I wanted to make a new go-to menu to take the edge off the summer heat. And as Akane takes like a bite of it, she's like pleasantly surprised. She goes, haha, it's good. It's like, of course it is. I put a lot of work into this. And there's yaki miso. The miso paste is mixed with crushed anchovies and sesame before it gets fried, and then... And you see Tyson taking a bite and be like, it is good. It's like, it's tasty, but we might have a bigger hit with a different dish that looks more appealing in a picture. It's like, yeah, that's true. And you have a slurp. It's like, but I want to make it. And you have, oh, I guess Yajiru's definitely on the menu. It's like, exactly, sorry. It's like, I just want taste feedback. It's like, listen, I get it. It's important to meet the demands of the customer, sure, but doesn't a true chef make the dish he wants to make and bring the customer around to his side? He's like, whoa, that was a really cool thing you said, Miku-chan. It's like, oh my gosh, don't embarrass me like that. Taison's like, he seems really amped up about this. You're a mutter, and a huh? And you see Akane having like a little shocked expression on her face, like, you were true to yourself and won over the audience. An extraordinary attention to detail. It's like, I've been wrong from the start. The thing I wasn't seeing is like, was myself. Do you have a huh? It's like, Miku-chan, thank you, it's great, I think we're all good. It's like, huh? It's like, oh really? It was that tasty? It's like, I get it now. The words are different, but the thing being tested is the same. Which means the version of Shiwaya I should aim for is... And you have the rainy season ends with the arrival of summer. Odawara, after 3 years of training, the time has come to establish a champion. The day of the Zuian Prize. Man, alright, I guess I'll get some quick thoughts on this chapter. So this is like just a coincidental kind of thing, but I was watching a video, I was watching H-Bomber Guy, the YouTuber's video with my little brother recently, where he was like kind of breaking down Stephen Moffat's kind of like storytelling stuff and like all the problems with like the way he tells stories, specifically focusing on the BBC Sherlock and like what was wrong with a lot of it. And one of the main points he brought up was that like we as the audience aren't given insight into the deductive reasoning process that the BBC Sherlock character played by Benedict Cumberbatch uses, where he kind of just, shows us, tells us what the solution is, and kind of tells us, like, how he got the information and how he like pieced it together and everything. And he kind of just spells the answer out for us, but we're never kind of involved to partake in that deductive reasoning process. We're never given like a breakdown of how we arrived at that reasoning, like we know the steps he ran through to get to the final solution that he did. And the reason I'm kind of thinking about that is like I think that's also a problem that Akane-Banashi is running into as well, is we have Akane kind of coming up to and facing all these hurdles, and she kind of has to like puzzle through like, I'm being given like, these seemingly unreasonable conditions and like things I have to overcome on like contests and things I have to win with like these restrictive conditions. It's like, how do I overcome them and like meet the challenge of like what's being asked of me when it seems so ridiculous. And the thing, I'm like, that's why I've like brought up the whole Sherlock thing, is like the problem with that is we have Akane kind of like coming to a conclusion by herself where she kind of realizes something that apparently like unlocks a secret answer for her. But we as the audience aren't really made privy to it until, she's doing her performance, she's overcome her limitations, she's overcome like, whatever roadblock she's facing coming to the answer. And we see her kind of just having surpassed that hurdle without seeing like all the trials and tribulations that led up to her kind of surpassing that hurdle. And I think that is really one of the weak points of the series, is we don't really spend a lot of time with her as a character, kind of seeing her overcome these challenges. And again, I hate coming back to this trough of like, saying like Haikyuu did it better, Haikyuu did it better, Haikyuu did it better. But one of the reasons I really love the ball boy training arc in Haikyuu is you're going along with the journey, you're going along for the journey with Hinata as he's going through his own trials and tribulations, like his own challenges that he has to face. But you at the same time, like you're able to see like the thought processes he's going to. You see the conclusions he's going for and how he's able to reach them. You see what observations he's making while he's going through them. You don't just see him like showing up at the end, having overcome all the challenges, and then finding out like, oh, I did this, and this, or like I realized this along the way. It's like that's how I managed to overcome it. And that made for a far more compelling and interesting story, because you see like all the ups and downs, like, that he had to go through to get to that point. Whereas with Akane, we kind of just see her like speeding through those hurdles. We only see the victories. And it kind of comes back to another point I've said before, was like, Akane hasn't really faced a consequential or significant enough challenge where she's been kind of like knocked down or someone surpassed her, and she's had to, like, try to work harder to surmount that obstacle. And like it really doesn't help, like just constantly doing that where it's like, oh, you have to just rush from like performance to performance to performance to performance. Like we don't really get a peek behind the curtain, so to speak. And I think that really is one of this series' biggest weaknesses so far. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess maybe I'll do like a deeper breakdown video of my thoughts on that at some point. But yeah. So with all that said, I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I mentioned, the Akane and Spy Family will be out today, and then hopefully I'll be able to get around to read-throughs next week sometime. I'll try to maybe do a channel update with you video regarding like which read-throughs are coming, things like that. But look forward to that. Yeah, until next time, this is Ash. Talk to you all later.